I always think it's a little bit awkward to say I'm an artist, because I don't think that is something you should so much ascribe to yourself. My name is Apichaya Wanthiang, and I work with visual art. SOLO OSLO is, I think, it is a platform to raise up local artists who have gained some visibility, and to give them that next push. Is a platform to, be the next stepping stone to get your first opportunities to work with a larger institution. What does it mean for me to be here? This is probably the biggest building dedicated to a single artist. It's sort of celebrating the male genius. So I thought that I really wanted to work around all of the women who have really meant something to me, that really should have deserved a monument to their lives. And I wanted from the beginning to create a sense of entering a body, not necessarily a human body, but a body that could be a hybrid between a human body, a nature body, and a plant body, and to invite people into a very alive organism that is triggered by different kinds of stressors, different kinds of narratives. And I think the question somewhat has been, and it's been for a long time, is it even possible to really allow another body to empathize deeply with the kind of lived experiences that somebody has had? I'm very interested in how art and trauma therapy, for example, can overlap, and what, as an artist, I can do with that. I think I've always had a very strong desire to have an outlet for my emotions. From a very, very young age, and in the beginning it was drawing. And when I got a bit older, in my teenager years, it was playing in bands and writing songs. I firstly wanted to work mainly with agar-agar. So agar-agar is a red algae, it's a seaweed. I think this project has contained most elements that I didn't know how to do. But topic-wise, and sort of the red thread throughout the works has always been there. And I often get questions about color specifically, and it tends to be something that people use to exoticize my work a lot, where they talk about like, oh, this must be the colors of Thailand. And I think that for me, it's just what I see. I don't think that I have synesthesia, but I do think that I'm very attuned to color. If I look at a black and white picture, for example, I search for colors in the grains that I can kind of enhance. And I play a lot with contrasting colors. I mean, most painters do that. But I try to really make the surface vibrate. I think what I'm very interested in is how people move through a room, how that in and of itself can become a storytelling device. This is something, for example, that architects deal with a lot, and artists not as much. So when I think about the colors and the lights, it's something to do with trying to activate how people move through the space. It's a very practical tool of how to move people around. And then, of course, with the sound also playing on at the same time, where there will be kind of snippets of text fragments coming from the different speakers addressing different areas in the room. It just means that you, as a viewer, will never get the full story. You will always get fragments of a story. And that also means that every time you come back, your experience will be slightly different. And that's also what I'm searching for, that it feels slightly different every time you come in.